It's a common, unspoken truth. As we gracefully age, our bodies sometimes develop a distinct odor that younger generations often notice, yet are too hesitant to mention. Consider the heartbreaking experience of 72-year-old Margaret, whose 7-year-old granddaughter Ella innocently whispered to her mom, "Grandma, why do you always smell funny?" This seemingly harmless question shattered Margaret, a woman who prided herself on lifelong tidiness, daily baths, and impeccably clean clothes. Suddenly, her beloved granddaughter would keep a distance on the couch, hold her breath during quick kisses, and avoid her lap completely. That night, tears welled in Margaret's eyes as she pondered, "Is it true? Do I smell like an old person?" This poignant scenario highlights a sensitive issue many over 60 confront without even realizing it. I'm Dr. Henry Thompson, 77 years old, and having dedicated over 5 decades to working with older adults nationwide, I've observed this phenomenon countless times. There is indeed a particular body odor that accompanies aging, a scent almost 99% of seniors are unable to detect in themselves. Yet it's instantly recognizable to others, your children, grandchildren, and even strangers. Out of love or a fear of causing hurt, they seldom bring it up, leaving individuals like Margaret to wonder why connections feel strained, why hugs become scarce, or why a room seems to need airing out after they leave. It's crucial to understand this isn't a matter of poor hygiene or negligence. Even the most meticulous seniors can experience this, because as our bodies mature, they undergo natural changes that manifest as new smells. Our sweat glands become less active, the chemistry of our skin shifts, and our mouths tend to become drier. All these biological adjustments contribute to an age-related scent that, while difficult to precisely describe, is unmistakably present and often referred to as old person smell. The good news, however, is that this issue is entirely manageable. There are straightforward, practical steps you can implement starting today that can significantly diminish or even eradicate this odor within a matter of days. You won't need expensive sprays or lotions. This guide will provide you with all the necessary information, delivered with honesty, gentleness, and respect, empowering you to reclaim your confidence. Imagine hugging your grandchildren without hesitation, enjoying closeness with loved ones, and never again worrying about unspoken judgments. Everyone deserves to age gracefully, with dignity and free from shame. Let's demystify the science behind this often unspoken smell. Perhaps you've occasionally wondered if this change is just in your head, or if you truly smell different now. You are not imagining things, and importantly, you are not to blame. This isn't about neglecting personal hygiene or letting yourself go. It's a natural biological process. As we age, our bodies undergo transformations that aren't always visible, but are certainly detectable by others. The reluctance to discuss this topic often stems from discomfort, making it feel somewhat taboo. However, today we're addressing it directly, respectfully, and with the sole aim of restoring your self-assurance. We will now delve into the 3 primary biological factors that contribute to the distinct scent often associated with aging. Firstly, a surprising truth: you sweat less as you get older, which paradoxically contributes to the problem. While less sweating might seem like a benefit, especially in warm weather, sweat plays a vital role in your body's natural detoxification process. In younger years, your body would typically produce a significant amount of sweat daily, effectively flushing out toxins, dirt, and waste through your skin. However, after the age of 60, this output can drastically reduce, sometimes by more than half. This reduction means fewer toxins are actively expelled from your body. Instead, these toxins accumulate on your skin, providing a breeding ground for bacteria that then produce a musty, sour odor, which many people perceive but rarely mention directly. Secondly, your skin's natural oils change composition and begin producing a hidden chemical called 2-non-enol. which often surprises people. After age 50, your skin starts generating this specific fatty compound, which is not typically found in younger individuals. It accumulates within the sebum, the natural oil your skin produces, particularly in areas like your neck, back, and chest. The critical detail here is that 2-non-enol possesses a very distinct odor, often described as a bit grassy or greasy. Crucially, no amount of perfume or cologne can truly mask this scent. In fact, applying scented products can sometimes exacerbate the problem, akin to spraying air freshener in an already musty room, simply layering one smell over another. Thirdly, your mouth tends to dry out, significantly altering your breath. This issue can feel particularly personal for many. After reaching the age of 60, your body's saliva production can decrease by approximately 50% compared to earlier years. Saliva is far more than just an aid for digestion. It actively cleanses your mouth, washes away food particles, neutralizes harmful bacteria, and helps maintain fresh breath. When saliva flow diminishes and your mouth becomes dry, it creates an ideal environment for odor-causing germs to proliferate rapidly. This is why many seniors experience chronic bad breath, even if they brush their teeth regularly. It's a biological consequence, not a sign of poor hygiene. Now for the truly encouraging part, every single one of these age-related issues has a straightforward, actionable solution. You won't need a doctor's appointment, nor will you have to spend a fortune on specialized products. What you truly need is the right information and the incorporation of a few simple daily habits. In the subsequent sections, we will guide you through the precise steps to combat this odor at its source and restore your confidence. So, please don't go anywhere. This is where you learn how to make a real difference in how you feel and how others perceive you. We'll begin by revealing the 3 key body areas you're likely overlooking and why their thorough cleaning is far more important than you might imagine. Having understood the science behind the old person smell, you might be thinking, but I shower daily, I use soap, I wash my hair, so why does this still happen? The honest truth is that most seniors do maintain regular bathing routines. However, through my experience assisting thousands of older patients, I've observed that the frequency of bathing is often less critical than the specific areas being cleaned. There are 3 crucial body zones that almost everyone inadvertently misses, and these often hidden spots are responsible for up to 90% of that unwanted odor. The good news is that once you become aware of them, you can easily address this, starting with your very next shower. First among these often missed areas are your skin folds and creases, which essentially become hidden bacteria zones. As we age, our bodies naturally change shape. Our skin becomes softer, and we develop more folds and creases, particularly in places like the back of the neck, behind the ears, under the arms, beneath the breasts, around the navel and groin, and even behind the knees and inside the elbows. These areas are perfect traps for sweat, oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria. Because they are often harder to reach or simply overlooked, they receive minimal attention during regular showers. My patient, Susan Brooks, 66, once confided, "Dr. Henry, I've showered daily for decades, but I never thought to really scrub behind my ears or under my chest. The difference now is unbelievable." My grandchild hugs me again. To effectively address skin folds, use a soft washcloth or a gentle loofah and focus specifically on these creased areas. Employ warm, not excessively hot, water and a mild soap. Be thorough in your cleaning, but also gentle, as scrubbing too harshly can irritate or damage delicate, older skin. Moving on to the second crucial area, consider your hairy zones. These act as significant oil collectors. Hair doesn't just grow on your head, it also covers areas like the chest and underarms for men, and everywhere it grows, it collects sweat and sebum. What often surprises many seniors is that even with regular hair washing, the scalp is frequently not massaged properly, yet it's a major source of odor. Another patient, Tom Harris, 62, shared his astonishment. "You told me to massage my scalp when shampooing. I did it for a week, and my wife actually said my head smells fresh now. Even my grandson plays with my hair again. For these hairy areas, when shampooing, use your fingertips to gently massage your scalp for at least 30 seconds, ensuring a deep clean. For chest or underarm hair, make sure to lather thoroughly, rinse well, and always dry these areas completely after bathing to prevent bacterial growth. Now for the third overlooked area, your sweaty zones, specifically the feet, toes, and palms. These areas are densely packed with sweat glands, and when they aren't cleaned diligently, they quickly transform into thriving bacterial playgrounds. Feet, in particular, are often confined within socks and shoes for extended periods throughout the day, creating a warm, moist environment where odor-causing bacteria multiply rapidly. John Miller, 68, once remarked, "My feet smelled so bad my daughter-in-law kept the window open all the time. Now I wash between my toes, dry carefully, and change socks daily. Problem gone." To address these sweaty zones, make sure to scrub your feet, especially between your toes, and your palms thoroughly during your shower. Afterward, dry them completely, paying extra attention to the spaces between your toes before putting on socks. Additionally, rotating your shoes allows them to air out fully, and choosing breathable cotton socks can make a significant difference. By simply incorporating this focused scrubbing routine into your daily hygiene, you will notice a rapid and significant improvement. Beyond targeted cleaning, 3 simple daily habits can subtly but profoundly transform how you smell and feel. Now that you understand the origins of age-related odor and where to focus your cleaning efforts, let's discuss the easy, everyday practices that tackle this issue from the inside out. The remarkable truth is that you don't need costly lotions or sprays, nor do you need to aggressively scrub your skin. What's truly effective is consistency, a few straightforward habits that support your body's innate cleansing systems. These 3 habits require less than 30 minutes of your day, but possess the power to change not only how you smell, but also how your skin feels and, consequently, how people interact with you. First, make a habit of drinking warm water, particularly first thing in the morning. While the advice to drink more water is ubiquitous, warm water offers a distinct advantage for older adults. Consumed on an empty stomach, warm water gently assists your kidneys and bladder in flushing out toxins from your body. This proactive approach prevents toxins from lingering within your system, accumulating on your skin, or feeding odor-producing bacteria. Margaret Adams, 72, shared her experience, stating, "I used to start my day with coffee. Now I drink 1 warm glass of water first. Within 2 weeks, my skin felt better, and my granddaughter said I smell fresh." Aim for 6 to 8 8-ounce glasses of warm water daily, following an easy schedule: 1 upon waking, 1 before lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, 1 before dinner, 1 after dinner, and 1 before bed. It's a crucial pro tip. Coffee and tea do not count towards your water intake. In fact, caffeine acts as a diuretic, leading to dehydration. For every cup of coffee you consume, aim to drink an additional glass of water to compensate. Second, embrace a light walk, ideally in natural sunlight. Many of my patients initially say, "I'm too old to exercise," until I introduce them to a gentler approach. There's no need to visit a gym or embark on a 5-mile jog. A leisurely 20-minute walk once or twice a day in mild sunlight can yield remarkable benefits. This gentle activity encourages light sweating, which helps to clear out toxins. Sunlight naturally kills surface bacteria and also significantly boosts your mood. Furthermore, gentle movement enhances circulation, a key factor in supporting overall skin health. Fred Taylor, 75, recounted, "My knees hurt, so I started with 10 minutes around the block early in the morning. After a week, I was walking 20. The smell faded, and honestly, I feel younger. The best times for these walks are before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m., when the sun's rays are softer and less intense." Third, make daily bathing a priority, but be sure to avoid scalding hot water. A warm shower can feel like a luxurious indulgence, but excessively hot water can be detrimental to your skin, especially as you age. Water that is too hot can damage your skin's natural barrier, leading to dryness, and ironically, it can trap odor-causing oils and bacteria rather than washing them away effectively. The simple solution is to maintain your shower water temperature between 100 degrees and 104 degrees, comfortably warm, not steaming hot. Additionally, once a week, consider soaking in a 100-degree bath for 15 to 20 minutes. This helps to open your pores and allows deeper impurities to escape. As a crucial bonus tip, always dry your body thoroughly after bathing, paying particular attention to those creases and folds we discussed earlier, as damp skin provides an ideal environment for bacteria to flourish rapidly. Consistently adhering to these 3 daily habits for just 1 week will likely reveal a noticeable change, not only in how you smell, but also in how others respond to you. You'll feel fresher, cleaner, and more confident with less effort than you ever thought possible, paving the way for closer, more comfortable interactions. Beyond hygiene practices, what you consume profoundly affects your body's scent, far more than you might realize. The old adage, "you are what you eat," holds a deeper truth when it comes to aging. You also tend to smell like what you eat. This isn't just about strong aromatics like garlic. When it comes to the aging process, your diet plays a monumental role in how your body processes waste, balances its bacterial ecosystem, and ultimately releases odors through your skin and breath. I've witnessed countless times with my patients how even minor adjustments to daily meals can effectively erase years of lingering body odor, rekindling that fresh and clean sensation many older adults deeply miss. Here's how to harness the power of your diet for a fresher you. And yes, firstly, prioritize antioxidant-rich foods. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo a process called oxidation, which causes cells to break down and contributes to the musty smell often associated with older age. Antioxidants are the internal warriors against this internal rust, working to neutralize odor-causing toxins from the inside out. The best part is that these foods are common, delicious, and easily accessible. Incorporate more apples, tomatoes, strawberries, blueberries, brown rice, buckwheat, and other whole grains into your daily meals. Paul King, 79, shared his experience. "You said 1 apple and 1 tomato a day, so I did it. 2 months later, my granddaughter said, 'Grandpa, you smell like sunshine. I'll never forget that.'" Secondly, and perhaps surprisingly, consider including garlic in your diet. I know what you might be thinking. Doesn't garlic make people smell worse? While raw garlic can indeed create a strong temporary breath odor, once digested, garlic actually works to combat the bacteria and toxins that contribute to long-term body odor. It acts as nature's own internal antibiotic. Just 1 or 2 chopped cloves added to your meals daily can make a significant difference. Try roasting it to mellow its intensity, mixing it into soups, or adding it to sautéed vegetables for a beneficial and flavorful boost without the immediate strong aroma. Thirdly, ensure your diet includes plenty of hydrating fruits and vegetables, which are excellent for flushing out toxins. Water-rich produce actively assists your kidneys in their vital role of removing waste products through urine, preventing these waste materials from being released through your skin instead. Excellent choices include watermelon, pears, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Nancy Miller, 68, noted, "I started eating half a cucumber and 1 tomato a day just to help with digestion. 3 months in, my daughter said, 'Mom, I don't notice that old smell anymore.' That's all I needed to hear." As a bonus tip, if consuming whole fruits is challenging, blending them into a smoothie is equally effective and easy to drink. Fourthly, it's wise to cut back on coffee, alcohol, and greasy foods. Both coffee and alcohol can dehydrate your body, which exacerbates body odor by concentrating toxins. Greasy, fried, or low-fiber foods, on the other hand, can slow down your digestion, leading to a buildup of waste that eventually gets released through your skin. My recommendation is to limit coffee intake to 1 or 2 cups per day and consciously drink extra water to balance its dehydrating effects. When possible, swap alcoholic beverages for barley tea or herbal teas. Crucially, increase your fiber intake with foods like oats, brown rice, beans, and plenty of vegetables. Margaret Evans, 77, recounted, "I used to skip breakfast, but now I start with oatmeal and fruit. Not only do I feel lighter, my grandkids don't avoid me anymore." What you eat truly matters, not just for your health, but for how the world experiences your presence. Food serves as both fuel and, remarkably, fragrance. Transitioning from diet, let's talk about oral hygiene, because even with meticulous showering and mindful eating, your mouth could unknowingly be betraying you. It might surprise you to learn that even if you maintain daily showers, wear clean clothes, and follow a healthy diet, your mouth could still be the primary source of an unpleasant odor. That's right, bad breath is one of the most common reasons people instinctively avoid close contact with seniors. The most challenging aspect is that most older adults cannot detect this smell in themselves. Linda Parker, 73, once confided in me, "Dr. Henry, I always thought my breath was fine, but then my grandson started backing away when I talked. I never realized how dry my mouth had become." The key factor here is dry mouth. As we age, typically after 60, our bodies naturally produce less saliva, sometimes up to 50% less. Saliva is not merely for swallowing. It plays an essential and powerful role in maintaining oral cleanliness. It actively flushes away food particles, neutralizes harmful bacteria, and helps keep your breath fresh. When saliva production dwindles and your mouth becomes persistently dry, it transforms into a breeding ground for odor-causing germs. These germs produce foul-smelling gases, which are precisely what other people detect when you speak. The simple, effective solution lies in adopting a 3-step daily routine. Step 1 is to brush your teeth 3 times a day. Yes, 3 times. Aim for once in the morning, once after lunch, and once before bed. This increased frequency is crucial because bacteria accumulate rapidly in older mouths, especially when saliva levels are low. Use a soft bristled toothbrush and a fluoride toothpaste. Pay particular attention to your gum line and the very back of your mouth, as these are favorite hiding spots for odor-causing bacteria. This diligent approach ensures that food particles and bacterial buildup are minimized throughout the day, significantly impacting overall mouth freshness. Step 2 is a game changer for many. Scrape your tongue every morning. Most people completely overlook their tongue when brushing, yet it harbors up to 90% of the bacteria in your mouth. Simply brushing your tongue isn't enough to remove this bacterial film. You need a proper tongue scraper. These inexpensive tools are readily available at any pharmacy for just a few dollars. Linda Parker, the same patient who initially struggled, enthusiastically told me, "It made me gag at first, but after a week I felt so fresh. My breath doesn't scare my grandkids anymore. Now I can whisper in their ears again." Step 3 involves chewing sugar-free gum to stimulate saliva production. While your body's natural saliva output might have decreased with age, you can effectively stimulate it with the simple act of chewing. Opt for xylitol-based gum, a sugar-free option that also offers the added benefit of fighting cavities. Just 10 minutes of chewing after meals can help boost moisture in your mouth, significantly reduce odor, and prevent the discomfort associated with dry mouth. Keep a small pack in your purse or pocket. It's a minimal effort with a substantial positive impact on your oral freshness. For additional tips to further enhance oral hygiene, sip warm water consistently throughout the day to stay hydrated from the inside out. Avoid alcohol-based mouthwashes, as they can paradoxically dry your mouth even more. Instead, opt for mild, alcohol-free alternatives. If brushing immediately after every meal isn't feasible, a quick rinse with water can still help remove food particles. With just a few strategic tweaks to your mouth care routine, you can regain the confidence to speak closely, smile freely, and cherish those intimate moments with your loved ones. Next, we'll uncover another often overlooked area: your clothes, bedding, and shoes, which matter more than you probably think when it comes to maintaining a fresh personal environment. Now, you've diligently cleaned your body, meticulously cared for your mouth, and made positive changes to your diet, yet a subtle odor might still linger. If this is the case, allow me to pose a simple question. When was the last time you changed your pillowcase or thoroughly aired out your shoes? Here's the often overlooked truth. You can be impeccably clean yourself, but if your clothing and immediate surroundings harbor stale odors, that scent will inevitably cling to you. It's much like serving a perfectly clean meal on a soiled tablecloth. Eventually, the food will pick up the undesirable scent. Let's uncover the 4 major smell traps that many people are unaware of in their daily lives and quickly learn how to neutralize them. Firstly, a habit that seems obvious but is frequently neglected. Change your underwear and socks every single day. I've had patients admit to stretching their clothes for a few days, particularly during colder months. This is a practice to discontinue immediately. Underwear and socks absorb sweat, sebum, skin oil, and bacteria, especially in the warmer, more confined areas of the body. Even if you don't feel overtly dirty, these bacteria are relentlessly working overtime, generating odor. The solution is straightforward. Opt for breathable cotton underwear and socks and change them daily, without exception, even if you've had a relatively inactive day at home. Secondly, your bedding, especially pillowcases, should be washed weekly. Consider that your bed is where you spend approximately 1/3 of your life, 7 to 9 hours every night. While you sleep, your skin continually sheds dead cells, your scalp releases oils, and your body sweats, whether consciously perceived or not. Over time, your pillow and sheets become saturated with absorbed odors, bacteria, and moisture, which can then transfer back to your body the following day. Linda Parker, 75, told me, "I used to wash my sheets once a month, then I switched to weekly. I didn't just sleep better, my daughter stopped complaining about the smell in my room." To ensure fresh bedding, wash your sheets and pillowcases once a week. If feasible, allow them to air dry outdoors. The sun's natural UV rays are excellent for killing bacteria and leave fabric smelling remarkably fresh. Thirdly, never overlook your shoes and implement a rotation system. Your feet perspire even during winter, and that sweat permeates your shoes, creating a damp environment where bacteria thrive and generate odor. If you wear the same pair of shoes every single day, they never have the opportunity to dry out completely, perpetuating the problem. The fix is simple. Alternate between 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, allowing each pair ample time to air out and dry completely between wears. Sprinkle a small amount of baking soda inside your shoes to help absorb moisture and neutralize odors. Additionally, set them outside in the sun for about 15 minutes once a week. The sun's power works wonders. Paul King, 69, noticed a significant change after implementing this. "I wore the same sneakers all the time. Now I rotate pairs and use baking soda. My granddaughter actually sits near my feet again." Fourth, make it a point to air out your room twice a day. A closed-up room inevitably traps various smells: body odor, stale air, cooking fumes, and even bathroom moisture. When air doesn't circulate, these odors cling to your clothes, hair, and skin, regardless of how clean you are personally. The solution is remarkably simple and effective. Open your windows for 10 minutes in the morning and another 10 minutes in the evening. This practice holds true even during colder months, as fresh air works wonders in ventilating and revitalizing your living space. Fred Taylor, 71, initially resisted this, saying, "I used to hate the cold, but now I crack the windows twice a day. It's made a huge difference. My daughter-in-law doesn't rush to open them anymore." Remember, a clean body in a stale environment will still eventually acquire a stale scent. However, by combining your personal clean habits with fresh surroundings, you will genuinely feel the difference, both internally and externally. Let's conclude by reaffirming a fundamental truth. Experiencing a distinctive scent as you age does not mean you are dirty. It simply signifies that your body is undergoing natural changes, and that is perfectly acceptable and a normal part of life for all of us. What is not acceptable, however, is allowing these natural changes to diminish the warmth, closeness, and meaningful connections you deserve in your later years. We have explored the scientific reasons behind this phenomenon, the reduction in sweat production, the chemical shift in sebum leading to 2-non-enol, and the decrease in saliva causing dry mouth. These factors combine to create a scent that, while you might not perceive it, others do. But here's the empowering revelation. You do not need expensive products, nor do you need to spend hundreds of dollars on complicated solutions. You certainly don't even need a doctor's visit for most of these adjustments. All it truly requires are small, gentle, yet consistent shifts in your daily habits. Simple acts like drinking warm water in the morning, taking a 20-minute walk outdoors, meticulously scrubbing the 3 key body zones we discussed, incorporating antioxidant-rich foods into your diet, caring diligently for your mouth and tongue, regularly washing your clothes and bedding, and allowing fresh air to circulate in your home are all powerful acts of self-care. These efforts are not just for the benefit of others, but most importantly, for you.